Hi, welcome to our ranking. I'm Andy,
I'm Vic.
and today we're going to be rating probably the least popular X-Men, the most hated X-Men character, Cyclops. What are you drinking?
I have slush with cranberry juice and 7-Up in it.
I just 7 Up. I didn't do the cranberry juice. That would have been good.
Well, I had cranberry juice and then I just added the stuff to it.
Gotcha. So we're coming at this one with a unique perspective in the sense that we have differing perspectives. I've read X Men for a very long time, so I know a lot of this stuff. I know where a lot of the context for these different things comes from. But you haven't.
I just like how things look. So,
So
I'm
she's
just
just.
kind of a fashion icon, I guess.
So we've got sort of, with and without context of judging these. So we're just going to put them in order. This isn't like a tier list. There can't be, like, no two costumes can be equal. There is a best and there is a worst. So let's just go in order and we'll move them around as we go. First one over here we have is the this stuff from like issue 1 of the Silver Age stuff. It's the training outfit. I'm sure you've seen this one. Like everybody had those at the time. All of them had it. The only one I would say was different was like Iceman only wore like boots and underwear. And Beast didn't have shoes. Yeah.
He would have his grippers out.
Yes. His spatula's out.
I forgot about that.
My Tumblr didn't. Uh okay, so currently that'll be the best because it's already there.
But it's trash.
Do you have a problem with it?
Yes, I do.
What? Okay. What's your issue?
Why is it just a block in the middle? The yellow is just like there. I do like his shoes though.
The like pirate boots.
Yeah, I do like
Very
that.
very of the time of comics. Like Captain America is the big one that comes to my mind of having those boots. And when they got rid of them, it was like a huge deal because he even had those through like most of the '90s and stuff.
How am I supposed to tell he's an X-Man when he looks like he's an upside down T-Man right there? it's not, it's not good advertising.
Well, they weren't really trying to advertise at the time; they were secret. But I will. Okay, so if your problem was the yellow, let me direct you to. So then they got new costumes when they proved that they were no longer students to Professor X. Everybody gets a unique costume. I'm sure you've seen like jeans.
Well, except for him, really.
Exactly. Everybody else gets a costume that's like, for some reason, Beast gets like red, and Jean gets, she immediately gets her like iconic yellow and green color scheme. Iceman is still naked because
He's a pervert.
he's a perv.
He's freaky.
But then here we are. Cyclops gets the same exact thing. They just nicked his boots, and they gave him a different belt buckle. Got rid of the yellow. Big deal.
They gave him like dish gloves, which he kind of had before, but I feel like they're more like, give me all of your plates right now because I need to wash them. Maybe it's just the pose, but
This one does have by far the weirdest pose of any of these pictures. I'm gonna say this one is better than the
this
original.
is Scrub Daddy edition.
Scrub Daddy Cyclops.
Yeah.
This one's better?
I agree that it is better.
Okay. So now we're on to. He didn't change costumes until he left the X Men and joined. Well, founded. He co-founded X Factor, which was the original X Men, but they all left the X Men and made a new team. So this was his outfit. I left out, by the way, I left out all the like civilian clothes and the outfits I didn't think mattered, and a lot of the new stuff because I don't really know about it. And I also left out like they had a training uniform in X Factor. It was like a blue jumpsuit. I just left it out because it was stupid and pointless.
Well, that's basically the Scrub Daddy edition.
Oh no, very different. It's like a light blue. There's no hood. There's like white detail. It's weird. So this is what he did next. I should mention all of X Factor. They had like a color outfit, and then they'd have this like their boots and this X in the middle would be the same color. I think it was usually yellow if I remember right. They all had yellow, but his was blue and yellow.
You know what I was talking about with advertising?
Advertising, yeah.
I can look at this and say, now that, that is an
No,
X-Man
that's what
costume.
I call X Men '97. This
Yeah.
wasn't 1997.
Well,
This is the early '80s.
yeah, I would look at that and say, wow, if that isn't the face of X-Men.
It's not though. It's X Factor.
Still, I would be able to guess kind of. This is my favorite of the three so far. I
Really?
think it's X
Okay.
Factor.
I'm gonna agree, but it's because I think that it's the most like that era of X
It's very
Factor.
classic.
Everybody refers to like people talk about Apocalypse being a huge X Men villain. He's not even from the X Men. He's from X Factor. He was their big bad guy. I agree. I like this one the most. Even though I think out of these, the second outfit is probably his most iconic of the ones we talked about so far. So then in X Factor, nobody changes outfits. Nobody. Except randomly, inexplicably, and I almost didn't consider this because it's so similar. Scott's costume, and he does acknowledge it, if I remember right, in the comic, it is mentioned. The yellow is all replaced with white, and his boots, he gets pirate boots.
I brought the pirate boots back. They tried to take it away from me,
But I couldn't find them in yellow.
I brought it back.
I went out to Party City and I bought some pirate boots, but they didn't have any yellow. So I had to replace my entire suit to make up for the boots.
I have done that before. I've changed entire outfits just so that I could wear a certain pair of shoes. So I get it.
So
However, I don't get this outfit. I don't like it.
I don't like it as much as
Where's the yellow? That's my problem.
I don't like it as much. Well, see, my problem is his visor is already gold. So, but and yeah, gold and yellow don't actually go together in real life very well. But in comics they do, because yeah, they're the same. And especially when you want to do the shiny spandex and stuff. So the fact that they kept his visor gold, which making it white would be really stupid, but the fact that they kept it gold, yeah, it's not as good as the other X Factor, the original X Factor uniform. Do we think it's better than this one though? The second outfit, the second his first unique uniform.
But
I don't think it's better either. I like this more.
there's something about those gloves, man.
Do you like it more than the training outfit?
No.
You don't?
I'm really attached to the yellow, and I don't.
You really? Okay. Well, fortunately, in the '90s, he got his yellow back.
He's bringing it back.
What do they call this? The battle uniform, I think. Which is weird because he battles in all of them. This is the one. This is probably his most famous.
Started roller derby. That's why it's his battle uniform.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's why. You'll also notice this is when the top of his helmet, the top of his cowl comes off, and they expose his hair. Um. So what are you thinking about this one?
I think I like it better than the one without yellow, but it's not. I like the stripes on the legs. I think those are fun.
They're like straps. This one's a lot. It's so tactical. He's got straps.
I can't tell that. It all looks like spandex to me. So.
Well, here. Let me.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Look at that.
Now he's really tall.
Look at my.
I'm not.
Look at my boy.
What is the purpose of that necklace?
Necklace. Oh, this is not a necklace. It attaches to a belt. To his belt. It's like a tactical strap. I think he had things on it. It was like a utility belt, but on his chest.
Utility belt.
He does, and it's the coolest belt.
He's got so many utilities. He can't fit it on. That's
He was
two
the
belts
leader.
right there.
He was the leader.
Oh, it's one belt.
Well, okay, I shouldn't say he was the leader. He was the leader of. I'm gonna sound like an idiot on the internet if I get this wrong, and I have a 50-50 shot of it. I believe he was the leader of Blue Team, and Storm was leader of Gold Team. The X-Men actually got so big that there were so many people in it. They were like, one writer cannot control this many characters, so they split it. So he was the leader of. They made a new title called X-Men, and Storm stayed the leader of the team that was written about in Uncanny X-Men. Actually, back there, I have the first issue of X-Men signed by Chris Claremont.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm really proud of
Way to
that.
brag.
I know. I made sure to do that in the internet because I've done that. I've bragged to you about that like a million
Yeah,
times.
I know.
So
Of course, I encourage your bragging of that.
it's just
So,
it's so. I met him. I'm not gonna nerd out though. Uh,
that's fair enough.
where would you put this? I'm gonna fight you on it. I guarantee. We will come to
I don't really
blows.
know. I think it's better than the one without yellow, but I don't know where I would put it for that other than it's not first. Other
So
than
here's
that,
the
I don't
thing.
have an opinion.
I didn't watch X-Men the animated series until last year actually, and I've been an X-Men fan for a very long time. But I was a fan of the
Oh,
comics and X-Men Evolution. Which if you haven't seen it, please. I don't even care if you like X-Men. Watch it, please, please. So I didn't have any affinity for this outfit because I wasn't reading that era of comics until I was a little bit older, and I didn't watch the show. But as soon as I saw it, I can't help it. I really like it.
so where are you saying it should be put?
I'm gonna say it's a toss up between his second outfit, his first original outfit, um, and honestly the X Factor one. I I like this X Factor one, but there's one coming up that is my all time favorite, and I will fight you.
I
We'll get to that
actually,
later.
surprisingly, I think I know which one you're talking
We'll
about.
get to that later. I would say it should go somewhere between.
I would say second. Let's just put it
Do you think
second.
do you think it's better than this one?
In between, yeah, I think it's better than Scrub Daddy.
I agree.
That's forever that.
His visor is also so much cooler. I know you can't really see the
Yeah.
detail, but his visor got a lot cooler. That's when they started adding the giant like ball things to the side. I don't know. I really like that. So next is
They give him balls.
he died and he came back to life and he was like way more aggressive and he was having a hard time fitting in with the X Men and they gave him this cool ass shit. It's like it looks silver but it's black.
You actually like this one?
I really do.
This is the worst one.
I like that they got rid of his stupid
Okay,
hat. I
It's
hate
the
his hat, his
it's
cowl.
the second worst one.
Okay, so you think it's better than the X Factor one? The white X Factor variant.
Oh, I'm considering all of them. That I would not look at that and be able to tell you that that is Cyclops. I would look at that and say
It's a dude with weird
it's
sunglasses.
a metal guy, you know, not like metal
He's
music.
a
He's
metal.
zipping around.
He's sniffing around. This is his floor,
When I looked at
actually.
that, I was thinking of the I think you should leave sketch about Metal Mania or
Metal,
whatever.
metallic maniac, metal maniac.
I don't know the game show with metal stuff in it, but that's what I was thinking. I don't get Cyclops
Okay.
at all.
Well, he was a very different guy at the time. I
That's your
will.
favorite?
It's not my favorite by far. I was only gonna say it was better than the training outfit. But you know what? I will let you have it. That era, he was kind of not really even Cyclops. It was weird.
I just
I will leave him there at
he looks like
last
he's
round.
wearing rubber boots, like mud boots.
I probably should have picked a better picture because this is it looks silver.
You
It
know,
was
I
really
would look at
black.
that and say, yeah, I don't get Cyclops for that.
So speaking of times that he wasn't really Cyclops, the Grant Morrison era.
I think you're gonna be surprised by my opinion on this
So
one.
I should point out those are basically blue jeans he's wearing. This was the time where Grant Morrison said he wanted all of the X Men to wear like basically normal clothes and not look like superheroes because the idea was the X Men did not want society to view them as superheroes, like mutants as superheroes. It was supposed to be no, we're mutants, but we're just like you. So they wore like this is just a regular ass bomber jacket with a big ass X on it. I like his belt a lot, but other than that, I hate this. I hate it so much. I hate it.
I kind of love this one.
Why?
I want that jacket so bad.
Okay, me too, but I wish it wasn't so damn chunky.
But no,
If we do one on Jean Grey, her Grant Morrison era, number one. So cool. But I hate this
I
one.
think there's something I like how out of the box it is, and I know my problem earlier with the one where there's no yellow, but he has pirate boots. I know my problem was that there was no yellow, and this one doesn't have yellow. But I like this
No,
one,
it
and
does.
I don't think it
It
needs
does.
yellow.
This X is actually yellow, and the two X's on the shoulders yellow, and these stripes are yellow.
Whatever. I like this one, but I don't. I mean, I don't think it's in the top three.
I think okay. can we at least agree that it has to be after at least the training
Okay,
uniform?
yeah.
Are you gonna fight me on putting it even after the X Factor? You know what? I will say you're right. It did actually break a lot of barriers. I hate it so much, but I will put it there.
You're letting me win a lot on this one.
Well, that's because I have two I'm gonna fight you on really hard. One because I need it to be low, and the other because I need it to be high. So next up we have this one. It sort of harkened back to his second outfit. It's just that instead of the boots and gloves being yellow, it just has like a barrier of them being yellow, and it has some weird lines. And they made his visor silver.
I think that's interesting, but why did they make the rest of the detailing gold if they were going to make the visor silver? It just seems like a
I
too
know,
decision for me.
and I hate it because it's so boring.
That's what I was going to say. I hate this one.
Cyclops is like my favorite,
We know.
partially because everyone hates him, and he's so cool. Why do they feel the need? I cannot think of all that many characters in the X Men where when they made them a new outfit, it was just an old outfit. Every time they give someone a new outfit,
it worse.
exactly.
Where's the fun? This is just a blue jumpsuit with some gold anklets and a belt.
I would have even preferred if they did the opposite and did the outfit all yellow with blue gloves and blue boots. Just something really stupid like that. If you're gonna
Scrub Daddy.
inverse Scrub Daddy, but this is Scrub Daddy Light. This is Scrub Daddy Zero. This is Scrub Daddy Zero.
This one is terrible, and I think we should leave it where it's at for now.
Yes, I was gonna fight you on this. I hate this.
Awful.
I hate this suit more than any other Cyclops suit. Not because it's bad, but because it doesn't do anything new. Say what you want about when they brought it back to life. At least it pushes things. So
Speaking of bad ones,
I don't like this because
he
needs a belt. I really
Why
like.
is he wearing a wetsuit?
If we're gonna talk about the one thing that all X Men need to have, it's a cool ass belt with an X, the X logo for the belt buckle. He doesn't have a belt.
I would say most mutants in general. You don't even have to be in the X Men, and I'm saying that specifically for Mystique.
I've always said Sabretooth looks stupid without a belt. He looks like a child. He looks like a child. The legs of a child and the top half of Hulk Hogan.
You know what I would say?
It's pretty racist too.
But I would say, without a belt, Cyclops looks like a fool. He looks like a damn fool.
He is a fool. He is a fool. All right. I will say though, I actually do think it's better than this one.
Yeah, because I just hate that one so much. So I think
this one. Say what you want. These three costumes. His second costume, the like reference to it, and then this. They're all very similar, but at least this one pushes the boundaries a little bit. With these weird like borders that go from the shoulders to the mid.
It's just a wetsuit, but
it's a wetsuit, but at least it's
it's a wetsuit that doesn't. Are those bracelets or is that skin exposed?
No, those are like cuffs.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looked like skin. I was like, why would you have a wetsuit that
The one
stops
thing,
below
the one thing I really like though in this one is they put the X logo up on his, which I really like as a reference to his '90s outfit. It's subtle, but it's a good reference. I don't think they kept the visor silver.
Because it again doesn't really make sense to me.
So can we agree though that this is better than this one?
Better than that one.
Okay, but not better than his rebirth outfit. Speaking of being born and brought back to life, so did you know that temporarily the Phoenix Force inhabited Scott?
Yeah.
My boy Scott? This is that. I don't like when that happened because it felt like they mishandled it. But there's that. Also, you can't see it very well. His visor goes down onto his nose like a bird beak. Here, let me see if I can. Let me see if I can make this bigger so you can see it. Can you see his visor?
Oh yeah. Okay.
And obviously his X was replaced with a Phoenix. He kind of has a belt again. I'm so torn about this because it looks really cool, but I also hate it so much.
I don't like the concept.
Yeah.
But as far as costuming goes,
like if you're going to say that Phoenix inhabited him, and you're not going to do what I would do, which is literally just put him in the outfit that Jean had, but with a visor, like do that. But if you're not going to do that, as much as I don't like what happened, I do think this is actually a pretty good I will definitely agree with you. Are we going higher than his other rebirth outfit?
That's up to you.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
I really like I really like that outfit. This one here.
He just, you know what that looks like to me? It looks like Dollar
Looks like
General.
if I cosplayed as him, and also
No,
he's
it
way more
looks
ripped
like
than me. But
if Robin from DC, like Robin, no, Nightwing, Dollar General Nightwing.
actually, he kind of was like that for a while when he was working for that spy agency because he was just called Agent Grayson, and I don't know. That was weird.
His name is Boots McClanahan.
Boots McClanahan. So we're on to the last one. This, I want to tell you one thing about this costume before you say anything. This was one of the first issues of X Men I ever read. It's when it was called
So it holds a
Fall.
special place in your heart.
It was called like I think Fall of X or Fall of the House of X. I don't remember. Basically, Cyclops was leading a rebel group of X Men, and he went batshit insane. Like, not really,
That's
but
fun.
he's like, wait a minute, we need a mutant revolution because this is not working. And he got like militant. He was badass, cool as shit. He added this thing where he could actually open his visors from this knob on his wrists. So you couldn't even see him do that thing, you know? He would just be like talking to
But
you,
that's so like classic.
but he would do these cool things where he'd pose like that, and he'd do like some freaking Yu-Gi-Oh shit where his hands are like off. And so, I don't know, it was cool. And they would glow green, which is so weird because that outfit is kind of burgundy with red. Except his belt and his gloves, and maybe his boots were brown. It's such a weird color combo. Here's why I like it so much.
Because it reminds you of in that Wii games or whatever. What was the thing where they had air hockey?
Oh, we
Air
play.
hockey on the Wii.
We play.
Where it was neon for whatever reason. That's what that reminds me of.
Look at his visor. It's an X!
Okay,
And it
that's
shoots out of the middle!
That's the only redeeming quality.
Okay, another thing is, I think this reminds me of a lot of his classic outfits, except this does it right. This goes out of its way to be different, but it's also the same.
Is there supposed to be something on his leg? There's like an equal sign on the side. Is that supposed to be there?
Yeah,
Or is it just like a highlight?
it's just a highlight. I think it accents his boot. I actually thought he had
It
one
just
on
isn't
both.
on the other side. That's why
I thought he had one on both
if it's
sides.
just on one side, I really like it. If it's on both sides, it's
Let's
okay.
just say it's on one. I don't have any proof it's not. I could go get the comic, but I don't want to do it.
I would put this one. I just hate the hood thingy.
The cowl.
I would put it.
Almost all of them have
Actually, I
that.
would put it above Boots McClanahan
Yeah.
or whatever last name I said.
Are you saying it's better than his white X Factor outfit?
It is different.
Well, his white X Factor outfit is literally just his X Factor outfit, but with white and pirate boots.
That's what I'm saying.
This at least pushes it. This was his outfit. Do you notice that there's not a big X on it other than his face? That was him saying, "Okay, I'm not in really the X Men anymore, guys, because the X Men don't really stand for something that matters anymore."
We can put it. We can
Well,
put
hang
it
on.
above pirate boots.
Okay, so we're shit. Okay, so we're saying it's above that.
Yeah.
Are you gonna let me go above the Grant Morrison era?
No.
Okay, so let's look at our
No, and
lineup.
here's why. Look at that belt. It doesn't make sense there.
No, that's extra cool.
No, it doesn't. It's lame. It's like here's this like cool red and black revenge kind of bodysuit thing, and
It's
then I'm
burgundy.
gonna slap a brown
It's
belt.
burgundy and red. It's
I'm
not
gonna
even black.
take a belt from your dad and put it on. Like no.
With the X logo. Your dad has an X logo? Our dad has an X logo
No,
belt?
I mean
It has
anybody's dad.
it has
Anybody's
little
dad
it
has a
has
brown
it's a
leather
utility
belt.
belt too. You can't see it very well, but there's pouches that stick out
That
like
is a
crazy.
weak ass utility belt.
It has some cool shit in it, probably. I mean, I feel like 90%, if you're not Batman and you have a utility belt, It never gets used, and that's every character ever in comics ever in history. No one knows what's in those things.
I would keep like gummy bears in my goldfish.
I feel like I would keep like
A shit ton of Tic Tacs. All of the pockets are Tic Tacs.
I think I would keep like
I just offered Tic Tacs to people.
I'd keep like bootleg Pokemon cards, and I'd be like, Magneto, this can all end now if you take my German Bellsprout variant.
Okay.
I miss my German Bellsprout. I had a German Bellsprout card, and I had a cousin that was older than me that actually knew what he was talking about Pokemon cards, and he traded me a really lame card that I thought looked cool when I was a little kid for my German Bellsprout card.
We're calling you out, Alex.
Alex,
I'm guessing it was him.
give me back my Bellsprout.
He probably doesn't have it anymore.
That's probably you probably sold it.
Probably.
Okay, let's look back over our lineup, see if we can change anything. So first we have his X Factor outfit. I like it a lot,
That's my favorite.
but I do like his 90s outfit more.
Give me some time to process it.
Okay, we'll go through the rest of it. Then there's this one.
Scrub Daddy?
I'm happy where Scrub Daddy is.
Yeah, I like it.
I really like the outfit, but I also think it is definitely not his best. It lays the foundation for almost all of them.
Scrub Daddy Scrub Daddy Cyclops walked so that X Factor Cyclops could run.
Literally, that was his next costume, so yeah.
Or
Scrub Daddy walked so Scuba Suit could swim.
I wish he wouldn't. I wish he wouldn't swim.
I wish he didn't exist. I also think it's important that the training outfit isn't last or anything, because it is important.
Yeah, I think there's something slightly charming about it. Very homemade, and I think it's fun.
I also like that, like, at the time they all had basically that same outfit, and it was nice to see that, but then also to see that they next moved on to having the same outfits, or to having totally different outfits, but like that unifying.
He held on to his roots though.
Status, yeah. Yeah, he literally did. He just said,
like,
okay.
We hold on to our Midwest roots, you know.
Midwest equals Midwest.
Yeah.
And then we have the Grant Morrison era. Blah. And then we have maybe my favorite, The Rise of X.
I'm shocked because it's hideous, but
I really like it. I'm just so. Oh, I think it's so cool that his visor is an X.
That's honestly why
It
I was
glows, Vic. It glows.
That's what all of his visors do.
Even when it's not shooting, it looks like that.
What does he put glow sticks in there?
He puts sunlight in it. He takes sunlight energy through his skin and then he shoots it out of him.
No, I mean if it's not open.
No, this visor doesn't open and close. It's like a mesh, not mesh, but it's like a material that lasers can go through. But so that's the thing. He has to like turn the knob to change the like density of it.
Gotta work the clamp.
Gotta work the clamp. Well, also think about how is he gonna do the turning the thing on the side of his head or pressing the button? How's he gonna do that? It's like a part of his cowl.
How do you do it with the other ones?
There was a knob.
Well,
where's the knob gonna go? It's an X.
Just in between.
I don't know. That would feel like a cop out, and it would kind of ruin the flow of the outfit.
All right.
And then we have his white X Factor outfit.
City.
Party City Pirate.
Oh, Party City Pirate. Like
Captain Party City. Arg, me mateys. The mutants will be having an uprise. Then we have this one. His, like, rebirth. There's an Irish pirate. I still really like it, but I won't fight you on it. Then we have his Phoenix variant. They did the best with what they could. Scuba diving is straight. So I feel like all of them up to that point, even if they're not like my favorite, I can find some charm in them.
Yes.
Scuba diving is the most. It's so. It's actively not understanding how to design costumes, but it's not the worst because then we get to like his like reimagining of his first original outfit, which is the worst, in my opinion, because they didn't do anything new with it. And this was decades
They
after.
made it worse too.
They picked a costume from decades ago. And, like, from when this was made,
I think it
decades.
can be
And they brought it
interesting.
back with nothing.
I think it can be interesting to revisit an old costume and revamp it and do something new with it. But they didn't do that. They just made it worse because they're like, hey, what if we change this one tiny little thing? Let's make this blue instead of yellow.
If they
And
were
it doesn't make sense to me.
if they were gonna have him literally wear the exact same outfit, I feel like it would be better.
And the same art style. I didn't let this factor in,
Every
but
other
I do not
character.
like that art style at all.
I believe that was like
It's
2000,
when
like
everything was
9,
super
2006 to
polished and
2009,
super
somewhere there.
macho and just I don't like it. I like the old grittier stuff, but
I don't like the stuff from the 60s, but I do really. I don't as much care for the art from it. I really like the stuff from the 70s and 80s. The 70s and 80s, I think, is when they really got it down to being a comic and not like, I don't know. I even like the 90s though. I even think the 90s had some really good stuff, but it also had some terrible stuff with like everybody being like too muscular.
voided
I don't
out.
know. Which that's what was so cool about um, Cyclops. His name was actually introduced not as Scott. He was introduced as Slim, and they literally the whole thing was there. You know, you'd have him next to anybody else except not Jean because they made her very waifish and as girly as they could in the early days. And but everybody else, even freaking Xavier, was more muscular than him. He was supposed to be like a wiry dude, which I thought was so cool because he packed like the most powerful weapons basically on the team.
I
In his pants,
thought
yes.
that
That's
was
what I was
going
talking about.
somewhere different.
Yeah, he's shooting bullets. I mean, how did he make cable?
Okay, I'm willing. I'm willing. We can move roller
And
derby
Rachel.
above X Factor. I'm willing to make that.
What are you calling roller derby? You know what?
Roller derby.
No, I'm gonna let you have that.
Okay.
But I want this. I want the Rise of X above the Grant Morrison era.
Fine.
Okay.
I would just like to say I do not condone that decision whatsoever. I
um.
do not approve this message in that specific spot.
So
The rest of it I agree with.
are there any things else you want to change?
No, I think we got it.
I think this is good.
That's it. That is the official
This is the official.
ranking of Cyclops. Most of Cyclops costumes.
This is the official Midwest Bonanza Cyclops suit rankings. So I picked this topic. So the next topic, whatever kind of video it is, Vic will be picking.
Get ready.
I'm very excited. We've had some conversations about some things. I'm very excited to see what it'll be. So with that, hope you like it. Yeah, I'd say we'll see you around, but I don't know any of you, so I probably won't.